What's up, everybody? So, welcome to Addicted to Knives. This is Lewis. Thank you for coming. Thank you for checking my channel out. Hit the subscribe button and the like button, please, if you want. Leave a comment. So, what we got here today is an Eric's Oaks drop Lynx. So I don't know why they picked the name Lynx, but personally I don't, it is what it is. Alright. It's an amazing knife. It's Reate made, so it's actually made pretty well. It's G10. I wish this was micarta or carbon fiber. Now, they do have a carbon fiber model, which I would love to get, but I guess it's not that much more. This is about 210, about 210, something like that. You can actually get these from Amazon, which I think they're sold out right now. Actually, these might be sold out everywhere. I think I tried looking for it yesterday. I know on Amazon you can get the carbon fiber one though. The carbon fiber one though is $280, which honestly, if I were to get another one of these, if I were to sell this, which I probably am going to do, if it's not sold by the time I post this, if I end up wanting to get another one eventually down the road, which I probably will because I really do like this knife, I'll end up getting the carbon fiber one. The ergos on this and the blade, the hollow grind on this is just, I love it. It's so sharp. It's such a good blade. It's nicely stone washed. I mean, it's Reate build. I really can't say anything more. Sorry about the squeaky chair. Once I start, bringing that bread in, I'm gonna end up, putting money into a chair, and I'm gonna get maybe another light or so. Actually, I forgot to turn this other light on. I don't know if that might be too bright. I'm not sure. Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll be soon. Trying not to say but I keep on saying a lot. Sorry, folks. This thing is just 100% a solid knife. It is titanium liners. It's a liner lock. The only gripe I have with this knife, there's just one gripe. Everything else it's a solid knife. Everything. It's just this access to this to the lock bar. It's just, if that wasn't so bad, this thing literally would be a perfect, and I mean perfect, knife. Literally, a perfect knife. The detent's was a little strong in the beginning, and it does have a detent ramp. That's another thing that I wish it didn't have. I don't know why. Some knives, they call for a detent ramp, but a lot of them, if they're not done specifically extremely well, which a lot of them, they're too big. The tracks are too big, or they're just not done right. So in turn, they get hooked up. Once they get released, they get flung back. The old fling back, But if you get it past the certain place, because that's, let me see. Oh, that's where it would be. If Actually, that's good enough to go, so it's not there. It's right there. That's the break point, but it's already on the. It's like, come on, why do you have to do that? But it is what it is. It's still a good knife. It still has a good flick. For a while, this thing had trouble flicking. It actually broke in pretty well, which I'm kind of, upset that I'm letting it go now that it is broken in. But, things come in and things go out. So, more things are going out than coming in right now, but hey, things will change. But overall, this is just I gotta give it a 5 out of 5, or a 10 out of probably an 8 out of 10. Let's just say, scrap that other, an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna have to give it to the ergos though. The ergos are definitely a 10 out of 10 because back here the grip is nice. The clip does not really bother me at all. This grip is just butter. This, like, it just fits in my hand so well like this. And then you got all this. Even though this whole knife is belly. It's just a big belly. That's all it is. But it's a sharp belly. And that tip, look at that tip. That tip is one of the strongest tips I've seen. Now, it would have been a lot cooler. It's pretty much a full hollow grind. Almost. I mean, over here it is, obviously, but once you go up here, it's not really that much for what a hollow grind normally is on most blades nowadays. Sorry about that. It's definitely big. It's definitely big enough. It's bigger than most, I would say. Most hollow grinds nowadays are, half the blade or whatever. Or just not nowadays, just period. Now I will say, I think this was a couple years ago. This was produced. I don't know if Reate is still making them. Probably. But I know I got this one. I want to say, couple 6-7 months ago maybe. So, but I think it was an old stock, so it was probably produced, a few years ago, which you can tell that, basically handling this and, handling this, that, excuse me, that, Reate has completely upped their game. Just the fit and finish, just everything is just, I mean, these are two different types of knife, two different types of knives. One's a liner lock, one's not. One's a bolster type of bolster, kind of, yeah. Half bolster, maybe. I don't know. It's weird. It's not fully bolstered. It's like half out. But yeah. It's kind of on another league, really. This one's like, I think Brian Brown pushed Reate as much as possible on this, or not Brian Brown. I think they pushed so much on this. Why did I say that name? Am I right? I'm like drawing a blank right now. It's not Brian Brown, is it? No, it's Brian Nadeau. Why did I say Brian Brown? Nadeau. So back to this. The Oaksworks, they also did the Osprey, which was an amazing knife. I have that up on the channel as well. I will link that at the end of the channel, or I will put it up up here or whatever. I still haven't done that, so I gotta figure that out, how to do that. But yeah, it's a good knife. I know a lot of people. Honestly, I haven't really seen too many people have it. I know it's an older drop knife, but I personally love the fact that Drop does did this type of thing where they would go out and actually collaborate with these designers that most of the time they're not collaborating with other companies. Like let me see, you got Gavco, Barucci, you got there's a few of them. I'm trying to think. There's a lot. You'd be surprised. Quiet Carry they have a drop Quiet Carry, which a lot of, I haven't seen recently haven't seen too much of, but you can find it. It's like a small little knife. There's a lot. It was before I was like heavily into knives, so I wish I was, I wish they would come out with more, because I think it's a really good line. A lot of people think that it's all we made stuff. Excuse me. That it's all we, but a lot of it, like the Drop is, a lot of them are, but this is Reate made, so, and it's Reate for $210. I mean, where are you getting a Reate made knife for $210? Sometimes you can. I know right now you can get it for $200. I think you can get this for $200. I'm pretty sure it's at the Caviso or the one that I think they bought Drop, the Caviso Outdoors. Excuse me. I gotta take a sip of my Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi kind of guy. That's why I'm so fat, because I drink Pepsi too much. Yeah, the ergos on this are killer. Action is actually, the detent was too solid. It was too much, but it definitely broke out to be amazing. Broke in to be amazing. Drop could be a little bit better just because of the the ramp. We talked about that. G10, honestly, for G10, it's actually pretty solid G10. I'm not too fond of G10. I don't know why, but definitely the titanium liners obviously bring it back. If it didn't have the titanium liners, it would kind of be like meh. I wish they would have done a titanium backspacer though. The titanium milled pocket clip, it's okay. It does work okay, but the problem that I've seen, I've actually had two of these, and I had one, and the pocket clip started moving on me, and I think it's because it is inset a very little bit into the G10. It's not into the liner, which that's a problem. They should have sunk it in, which I think it was, I don't want to say early on in Reate, because they probably been around for a while, but most of the time nowadays I think Reate builds are pretty solid. They pretty much got everything down pack with all that stuff, but other than that, it's pretty good. The hardware are T6s, which is kind of meh, right? I could be wrong. Now these are just outside. Oh no, these are the outside. I was wrong. The outside ones, these are actually T8s, but then there's ones on the inside that are T6s. That's why. The clip is inset, but it's also has the screw on the inside of the liner. Well, on the inside, like down in there, which kind of sucks because if it is prone to getting loose, it sucks because you have to take it apart, tighten it down, and of course I tightened it down, but I got I Loctited it, which this Loctite is the best stuff, especially for pivots because it's oil tolerant, which is definitely something to get because I've noticed some actually loosen up a little bit from the oil sometimes, or can over time maybe. So especially if it doesn't dry, and then you dry all the way, you put oil in it. But this thing is so sharp. I just love this hollow grind. I don't know what it is. It seems like with a lot of us knife enthusiasts, just have something about a good hollow grind gets us off. I don't know why, but if you want to feel a good hollow grind, this thing is so freaking deep. I know everybody's been doing this thing. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, I think you can. Yeah, look at that. Now that's some deep hollow grind right there. You can see the light coming through. You see that? It's crazy. It's a deep one. It's definitely a deep one. But it's kind of strange because this, I wouldn't call this really a, like, it's, I guess it's technically a sheep's foot. I don't know, because it's like you got a drop point, but like, then you got this swept all the way up, and then this coming down. It's definitely a unique blade shape, because you got this coming down, but then you got this like hard, it's kind of, it's not even fully like straight, like a full sweep. It's like kind of like and then an abrupt, turn down, but not to the point where it's like, a sharp angle. It's still, rounded a little bit. So, I guess a clip point. I don't know. A small reverse Tonto. But there's so many blade shapes nowadays, it's kind of, redundant. I was thinking about making a video on two of my favorite blade shapes, which I think I'm still going to do. Warncliffe and Sheep's Foot. It's not really going to be, I was going to do like what's the difference and stuff. There's going to be some of that in it, but it's pretty much going to be, you'll see. It's, it'll be out soon. But this thing, it could be out before this, I don't know. I just love this thing. So if you want a solid knife, which it's a tank, it's definitely a beast, but it's not like it's thick, it's not huge. Let me see if I can get my handy dandy old disgusting looking tape measure. Boom, 3. It's a 3-incher. Actual blade length is, cutting length is 2.5. Is it 2.5? No, 2 3/4, I think, or 3/8. So you got a 3-inch. if you go and, a cop is going to measure it, which, do they really do that anymore? Like, I don't know. I live in Pennsylvania, so I've never even heard of a cop doing that, but I guess in other parts they do, so I don't know. I know OTFs really are a thing here that you can't carry, which, I don't know. I've seen people get caught with autos and nothing really happens. I mean, cops are most likely going to take whatever knife you have anyway, unless you adamantly say, like, yo, like, that's my, like, I need that back. That's, it's an expensive knife. Like, I'm legally allowed to carry it. Give me it, nicely, not like give me it. But if that ever happens, you could also just file a report, because I do know of some people that I know have had that happen, which that actually happened to me when I was younger. I had my father's pocket knife on me, which was a good knife. It was actually a Puma, lockback, one of the really nice ones, and I got caught with it, or I got arrested, blah blah blah, blah, taken to the station, and they and I was like a teenager. I was in middle school, and they ended up trying to keep it. I guess the officer didn't put it in the whatever, because they just pretty much let me go. They held me there for 9 hours and then let me go to my parents, but my dad fought for it back, so he wasn't having it. He was and I think the cop didn't put it in the report or something. I don't fucking know, but I was arrested because of that pocket knife. So it was kind of well, you arrested for him, where is it? So whatever. Go and buy it. I definitely say if this knife just speaks to you, go and just pull the trigger. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. It's just a solid build. It's just gonna take abuse. It's got a decent thick blade. I don't even know what it is, but it's got a crown spine. It's really nice. Honestly, this is just a really nice knife, flat out. It is the drop Oaksworks links. I'm gonna put it in the description if I can find it. It might be the one from Amazon, which is as of right now, as of me doing this video, they only have the carbon fiber one, which is $280. So I'll put that, if I can find it anywhere else, I'll put that in the link. But a lot of places don't, which actually I seen Blade HQ is actually selling drop knives now, which I didn't know they did. So I searched for something earlier today, and there it was. It pulled me up to Blade HQ, and they actually had some available. So a lot. They actually had a pretty decent amount of different ones, pretty much the main ones. But yeah, go check it out. Link will be in the description. Hit the like button. If you buy anything from White Mountain Knives, use my code addicted. You'll get 10% off. If you buy anything from Amazon, that Amazon link that I'm gonna put down there with this in it, if you use that and go to any other website, any other Amazon products, just go through that, and it'll give me a little commission, just to help the channel out. It's not like it's gonna cost you anything more or anything. So if you could, help out, give you better content and everything. So Peace out. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.